recording. Chalo, chalo. Can we start once again, everyone? Okay. So let us complete the chapter by doing more questions. Internal reconstruction we have done in the last session. We have done question number 6 now. Come to question number 7. The balance sheet of Y Limited as on 31st March 2003 was as follow. Okay, sir. You can see balance sheet has been given. Equity share capital, preference share capital, 10% first debenture, 10% second debenture, debenture interest outstanding, trade creditor, director's loan, bank overdraft, outstanding liabilities, provision for tax, goodwill, patent. We give star mark in what? Goodwill. Patent, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, fixture, computer, trade investment, data, stock, discount on issue of debenture. Understood? This discount on issue of debenture is an expense which is not yet written off. So it become a fictitious asset. I said na कि there can be some item in the balance sheet, but this question I have taken from old syllabus. Means in the new syllabus book, normally I have found that this type of item they have not given. Correct na? And that is correct only. They should not give. But I am just doing this question on the margin of safety basis. Given, you should write off it. Correct? Then profit and loss account debit balance. Note is given preference dividend is area for last 3 years. Okay, sir. Then, do you know about what is the meaning of first debenture and second debenture? You can see in the balance sheet they have given first debenture and then second debenture. Do you know what is the difference between these two? First debenture, second debenture means first debenture will given priority on payment. Means if suppose there is a liquidation, the first debenture will be given more priority than second debenture. Understood? Yes, that is the only difference. However, as per accounting, there is no difference on both. Okay. A hold 10% first debenture for rupees 4 lakh and 10% second debenture for rupees 6 lakh. Means A is the name of one person who is holding 10% first debenture how much and 10% second debenture how much 6 lakh. He is also a creditor of rupees 1 lakh. He is also a creditor of rupees 1 lakh. Similarly, there is one more person B. B hold 10% first debenture 2 lakh and 10% second debenture 4 lakh and is also a creditor of rupees 50,000. They have given two individual A and B. The following scheme of reconstruction has been agreed upon duly approved by the court. So let us read one by one and pass journal entry. First, let us see whether they have asked ledger account or journal entry. So journal entry is there. So can we do? Follow. Let us read and do. So first point, all equity shares be converted into fully paid equity shares of rupees 5 each. So can I say once again reduction means 10 rupees shares will become 5 rupees. So we are doing question number 7. Books of which company? Books of Y Limited. Correct? And we need to pass journal. Correct? We are doing point number 1. What journal entry? Equity share capital rupees 10. Account debit. How much? It is 50 lakh. 50 lakh to what? Equity share capital of rupees 5. So it will be how much? 25 lakh. Correct now? 25 lakh and balance will be transferred to capital reduction account. ₹25 lakh. Right. Got it? Yes, sir. Then what is the point number 2? The preference shares be reduced to rupees 50 each and I already said and we should read after and separately. The first transaction is that preference share will reduce from 100 to 50. You have understood. then preference shareholders agree to forego their arrear of preference dividend, in consideration of which 9% preference shares are to be converted into 10%. But they are saying they will waive off, they will cancel their preference dividend. So contingent liability cancelled. Any journal entry? No journal entry. But because they are cancelling preference dividend, they want their rate of dividend to be increased from 9% to 10%. So we can do one compound journal entry. Old preference shares will now become new preference shares. So one journal entry may point number 2 will be completed. Yes, sir. Very good. So can we write down? What is the old preference share? 9% preference share capital. 9% preference share capital of rupees 100 each. Account debit. What is the amount? 20 lakh. Now it will become what? 10% preference share capital of rupees what? Of rupees 50 each. So it will be 10 lakh, and the balance will be transferred to which account? The balance will be transferred to capital reduction account. Got it? How much? 10 lakh. I think no doubt. Point number 2 also done. Coming to point number 3. Mr. A is to cancel 6 lakh of his total debt. 6 lakh of his total debt. If you see, just try to understand what about Mr. A. So Mr. A is holding 4 lakh plus 6 lakh, 10 lakh plus 1 lakh, 11 lakh. So can I say out of 11 lakh they want to cancel how much? Out of 11 lakh they want to cancel how much? 6 lakh. So 6 lakh will remain? Yes, sir. So Mr. A is to cancel 6 lakh of his total debt including interest on debenture. Okay, so interest on debenture is also there. So because A is debenture holder, so it means there is some debenture interest payable to A, correct? And to pay rupees 1 lakh to the company and to receive new 12% debenture for the balance amount. Have you understood this sentence? Once again, if you understood then only you can do it. So you can see this is one end, then this is one end, correct now? I think first sentence to you have understood. Mr. A is going to cancel 6 lakh for his total debt, including interest on debenture. This point to you have understood. And to pay rupees 1 lakh to the company, Mr. A will pay 1 lakh to the company. So can you say 11 lakh plus 1 lakh हो गया 12 lakh. Out of 12 lakh, 6 lakh will be cancelled. So balance is what? 6 lakh. And for the balance, and to receive new 12% debenture for the balance amount. Means for the balance amount he will receive new debenture. 12% new debenture. Understood? Have you understood? So what will be the, can I pass one compound journal entry if you permit? So can I say first we will debit all outstanding, correct? So it is what? The 10% first debenture. How much? For Mr. A, it is what? 4 lakh. Then 10% what? Second debenture. How much? 6 lakh. Then there is one interest outstanding also. The debenture interest outstanding. So you can see debenture interest outstanding is coming 1,60,000 in the balance sheet. Correct now? So you can see this debenture interest outstanding is how much? 1,60,000. And case this is a 10% of 16 lakh. It means can I say entire debenture interest is outstanding not yet paid. 1,60,000 is the 12-month interest that is not yet paid. So can I say in this way, for Mr. A, debenture interest outstanding will be 10% of 10 lakh. So 10% 10 lakh will be how much? 1 lakh. Have you understood this point? So this is what 10% of they are outstanding now. that is 10 lakh. And he is also creditor. He is also creditor amounting to rupees how much? 1 lakh. Correct. Total become how much? 12 lakh. And can I say he has also paid cash amounting to rupees? So company will receive cash from Mr. A. So can I say we can add on cash also, cash or bank, whatever. How much cash received from Mr. A? 1 lakh. One compound journal entry I am passing. Okay. Two, how much cancelled? How much cancelled? So 6 lakh is cancelled. 6 lakh is cancelled. Bolo. Hmm? 1 second. Let us read. Point number 3. 1 second. Read. Doubt is there. So let us read once again. What they have given? Mr. A Mr. A is to cancel 6 lakh of his total debt. So total debt will include all debt, including creditors. So na, they have not said total debenture. That means what? That means amount payable. Amount payable can be what? Creditor. It can be debenture. So it can be any other liability. So to cancel 6 lakh of his total debt, including interest on debenture. Now have you understood this point? Yes, sir. Therefore, we have debited all that, correct. And also we have received, This company has received 1 lakh from Mr. A. It means total outstanding after this become what? 12 plus 1 lakh, 13 lakh. Out of 13 lakh, how much cancelled? 6 lakh. Balance, for balance, what is issued? 12% new debenture, or you can add on only debenture. How much? What is the balance amount? 7 lakh. What is the balance amount? 7 lakh. Understood. We are now being 6 lakh, being 6 lakh of total debt of Mr. A cancelled, and for balance new debentures issued. Understood? Have you understood? Can you do point number 4 by your own? Similar point, do by your own. Point number 4. Do. चलो डन. Similar information for Mr. B. So Mr. B is to cancel 3 lakh of his total debt, including interest on debenture, and to accept new 12% debenture for the balance amount. So can we do? So this is point number 4. You need to help me. So point number 4, 10% first debenture. How much amount? 2 lakh. Then 10% second debenture. How much amount? 4 lakh. Then debenture interest outstanding how much? Debenture interest of 10% of 6 lakh, that is 60,000. Very good. Then creditor how much? Creditor how much? 50,000. In this case, B will not pay any cash. Now we'll cancel. To cancel, amount will be transferred to which account? Capital reduction. How much capital reduction? 3 lakh. What is the balance amount? 4 lakh. 4 lakh 10,000 will be transferred to which account? 12% new debenture. We get on 12% new debenture. Understood? This is 4 lakh. Very simple. This also done. Correct. Then what is point number 5? Trade creditor other than A and B agree to forgo 50% of their claim. So other than A, B. So A was how much? 1 lakh. B's was how much? 50,000. 1 lakh 50,000 we need to ignore. What is the total creditor given? You can see 5 lakh. 5 lakh minus 1 lakh 50 how much? 3 lakh 50. Out of 3 lakh 50 how much will be cancelled? 50%. Understood this? Correct? So what journal entry? Point number 5. Creditor account debit to what? Capital reduction. Capital reduction. So this will be equal to 5 lakh minus 1 lakh 50 into 50% is equal to 1 lakh 75,000. This 1 lakh 75,000 will appear in balance sheet. That is not yet cancelled. This also you have understood. Means read information, do journal entry. It is as simple as that you used to, when you have started journal entry, then some transaction they used to give and you used to pass journal entry. Yeah, so Ram come in business with 5,000 cash. Then he purchased this, he sold this. You remember? That is the only chapter, na? Journal entry chapter. Okay. Then, next point. The actors to accept settlement of their loan as to 60% thereof by allotment of equity shares and balance being waived. Similar transaction we have done in previous question also. So the actors loan, what is the amount? 1 lakh. 60% equity shares, na? We will do point number 6. Directors loan account debit how much? 1 lakh. To equity share capital of rupees how much? Of rupees 5, na? How much? 60% to 60,000. Correct. 2. The balance will be waived. So to capital reduction how much? 40,000. Yes sir. This also we have understood. Simple. Then next. They were capital commitment totaling rupees 3 lakh. This contract to be cancelled on payment of 5% of contract price as penalty. Already I have said this is a common point in this chapter. Can we do the journal entry? What journal entry? Capital reduction account debit to account debit to bank. What is the 5% of 5% of what? 3 lakh. How much? 15,000. Is now you must be thinking, sir, we'll do all the question by our own. Why you are wasting our time? है ना? Now you must be thinking, sir, all question we can do in home also. So start any new chapter, but I will not do. I will do practice. I know you do. You will not practice in your home. Therefore, I am doing practice in class only. So advanced accounting now, from my point of view, if you have done sincerely in class, then only one time revision required. You can score 80 plus. Sincerely in class. In class, if you are sincere, but not in accounting. Accounting, lot of practice required. Here, if you have done in class practice now, then one revision is required. If you have done one revision, you can score good marks in exam. Just be sincere in class, okay? And that you are. That I am getting that you are sincere only. Then directors refund 1,10,000 of fees previously received by them. Means in past year we have paid some fees to director. Now they have refunded that amount. Because it become income for company. So what journal entry? So, very good. Bank or cash account debit to capital reduction account. Very simple. I'm using only bank. Okay. So bank account debit to capital reduction account. You need to write there is a capital reduction account. How much amount? 1,10,000. 1,10,000. Okay, sir. This also we have understood. Then reconstruction expenses paid 10,000. Okay, sir. Reconstruction expenses paid. What journal entry? Yes. Now so you become expert. Capital reduction account debit to bank. How much? 10,000. This also you have understood. Okay, sir. Then the taxation liability of company is settled at rupees 80,000 and the same is paid immediately. You remember in the last one question it was given only settled. So we have not done payment entry. In this settlement they have said paid also. So what is the provision for tax given? Check karo. What is the provision for tax given? How much amount? Hmm? Provision for tax 1 lakh. Can I say because it is paid, so directly we can say to bank. So to bank how much? Directly we can say to bank na. Why to pass to journal entry? To bank, and the balance will be what? To capital reduction. How much? 20,000. Very simple. Wow. Correct. This also done. Then last, the assets and liability are revalued as under. So you can see they have given the new value of assets and liability. Land and building 28 lakh. 28 lakh. So how much reduction? You can see 2 lakh reduction. 30 lakh become 28 lakh. So 2 lakh reduction na. Plant and machinery how much reduction? 10 lakh become 4 lakh. So 6 lakh reduction. Stock. Stock is 7 lakh. How much given stock? 10 lakh. So how much reduction? 3 lakh reduction. Debtor given how much? 5 lakh become 3 lakh. So 2 lakh reduction. Computer become 1,80,000. So how much computer given? Check करेंगे. It is 3 lakh ना. So 1,20,000 reduction. Correct ना? Furniture and fixture become 1 lakh. So how much furniture and fixture given? 2 lakh. 2 lakh reduced to 1 lakh. So 1 lakh reduction. And trade investment become 4 lakh. 4 lakh how much? Means how much trade investment given? 5 lakh. So reduced by 1 lakh. Can you pass my journal entry? Can you pass? So can you give me one by one? Point number 11. बताओ, capital reduction account debit to what? First is land and building, how much? 2 lakh. Then what? Plant and machinery, how much? Bolo? 6 lakh. Then to stock, how much? 3 lakh. Then to debtor, how much? How much? 2 lakh. Then to computer, how much? 1 lakh 20,000. Then furniture and fixture, how much? 1 lakh. Then what? To investment, how much? 1 lakh. Total become, but can I say there can be some more account, means we need to also write off debit balance, goodwill, etc. Correct now. Even the question is silent. However, if you read the last line, what is given? Past journal entry for the above mentioned transaction, including the amount to be written off for goodwill, patent loss in PL, and discount on issue of debenture. So I have already said if the question is silent, then also we need to write off. They have also said to write off patent also. We write off patent also. Can we write off? Without two goodwill, how much? In this entry, can we do? To goodwill, how much? 10 lakh. To patent, how much? 5 lakh. Then to discount on issue of debenture, discount on issue of debenture, how much? 1 lakh. And what is left? To PL account. To PL account, how much? Now can you give me the total? How much? 20? 20,000. Done. At the end, what we'll do? We'll close capital reduction account. Can you close it? Zero. If it is coming zero, then it should become happy. Means you have done 100% correct. If it is coming surplus amount, it means there might be some mistake. But zero means perfectly correct. Understood? Yes, sir. Now they have also asked in this question to prepare bank account. Can you prepare bank account by your own? So prepare bank account. Help me. Now in this question also, if you see there is no bank account, it means what? But there is one bank overdraft. It means what? बोलना रे. Yeah, means bank overdraft credit balance will take. You can see there is no cash and bank account given, but they have given bank account. Means we need to start bank account with what? Credit balance only. So can we start with buy balance? Brought down. How much? 1 lakh. Now can you give me one by one all transaction related to bank? Means payment na. Let them buy capital reduction. In this by giving a hyphen, you can add on penalty. How much? 15,000. Then what? Then add on reconstruction expenses. How much? 10,000. Then what? So that is an receipt, na? To capital reduction. Fee received. Fee received. How much? 1 lakh? 10,000. Then what? Tax paid means income tax. 80,000. So to Mr. A, na? To Mr. A. How much? Any more? Any more? Only this much? बताओ. Debit credit means overdraft. Credit side you are saying. So buy balance brought down. It is a debit balance, na? Positive balance, negative balance. Positive balance will come here only, na? I'm writing there here only. Buy balance brought down. Carry it down. What is the doubt? Correct, na? How much? 5,000? Got it. This you have understood? So I hope you have understood why we have taken bank overdraft. If suppose in this question also they have cash and bank balance, then we would have taken cash and bank balance only. Okay? Chalega. What is your doubt? In 10th question, in 10th journal entry, let me come to 10th journal entry, provision for tax. Yeah. In this chapter, if you are paying more, the same last we have done a provision for tax. The difference, whatever you are paying more, that will be transferred to capital reduction. Understood now? In this, suppose this is 1 lakh, you are paying 1,20,000. Whatever difference, whatever gain, loss, whatever is coming in this chapter, you are not applying AS. Understood? Correct? So this whatever doubt you ask in the doubt you ask me when I will do AS 22. Then we'll do as per accounting standard, na? In this chapter, to bakwas chapter I will say. No mind use, na? Everything whatever is gain, loss, income and expense transfer to capital reduction. मजा आ रहा है बस. We are getting marks only in this chapter. Correct. Now they have also asked one working note. If you read the requirement, prepare bank account and working allocation of interest on debenture between A and B. Already we have done, but because they have asked working note for this, we need to do it now. Write down. Write down. Allocation of what? Allocation of debenture interest to A and B. To A and B. A, B, total. बताओ. First debenture how much? A how much? 4 lakh. B how much? 2 lakh. Total how much? 6 lakh. Second debenture, A how much, B how much, total how much, 10 lakh. So this become how much? 10 lakh, 6 lakh and 16 lakh. Now because rate of interest is same, then it is very simple. If you say rate of interest for first debenture and second debenture is same now. Therefore, can I say interest expense of the year is what? 1 lakh and 60,000 and 1 lakh 60,000. Correct? Understood? And can I say debenture interest outstanding is also 1 lakh 60,000? Correct? So this will be allocated in this ratio only. Means it will be 1 lakh and 60 only. Just try to understand what I am saying. In this question it is very simple. It is 1 lakh 60, 1 lakh 60 ho gaya. But it might happen in your examination question the total interest was 1 lakh 60 but outstanding can be only 60. Means it might happen in the balance sheet only 60,000 is coming. So it does not mean that 60,000 pertain to B. Meaning that 60,000 will be allocated to A and B in this ratio 1 is to 6. Sorry, 10 is to 6. Are you able to understand? Means for this question it was very simple. 1 lakh 60, 1 lakh 60 ho gaya. But in other question, it might happen interest expense is 1 lakh 60, but eventually interest outstanding is less than that. Some amount is paid, some amount is not paid. So suppose it is given 60,000, so that 60,000 will be allocated in this ratio. Which ratio? 10 is to 6. 10 is to 6. Understood? And therefore they have asked allocation, so we'll do in this way. Got it? Have you understood? Correct? Yes, sir. This also you have understood. This question done. Can you take one more question? Follow. Come to question number 9. Question 9. Balance sheet asset 31st March 1993 is given. 2 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 is 5 paid up. Means for the first time you got a equity shares which is not fully paid up. Then 6,008% preference shares of rupees 100 each. 9% debenture. Interest accrued on debenture Bank of India. Interest accrued on bank overdraft current liabilities. Then they have given fixed asset. Fixed asset is now known as property, plant and equipment. Better you write down property, plant and equipment. Patent and copyright, investment and cost, market value is 55, current assets, stock, debtors, bank, profit and loss account, debit balance. Okay. Then first point, preference dividend is an arrear for 1 year. Correct. Point number 1, what they have said, preference shareholders to give up their claim inclusive of dividend to the extent of 30% and desired to be paid off. Understood? Now this question is also very simple, but only for one point I am doing this question. What is that point? If you read point number 8, means up to point number 1 to point number 7 is very easy. Only point number 8 is interesting. Of course, we'll do entire point, nothing to worry. But why I am doing this question, that I am informing you. What they have given to the extent not specifically stated. To the extent not specifically stated, equity shareholders suffer on reduction of their right. Have you understood this point? But I don't want to explain by my own. I want that suppose this questions comes in exam and we have not done in class. Quite possible. Because this is not a question of ICS study material. This I have taken from old syllabus. Understood now? Suppose I have not done this question in class and this questions comes in exam. You can't say out of syllabus, na? Or will you blame me? अरे बोलना रे. You need to apply your common sense. Of course, very simple. It's not difficult. What does it mean? Point number 8. 100% correct. To the extent not specifically stated. Means till now whatever question we have done, in that all question they have already stated the amount of reduction made by equity shareholders. But in this question they have not stated. You can see they have stated only about preference shareholders and debenture holders. They have not given any amount of reduction by equity shareholders. So to the extent not specifically stated, equity shareholders suffer on reduction of their right. Means will prepare capital reduction account. Whatever balance is coming, that will be borne by whom? Equity shareholders. Understood? Yes, rightly said. Understood? Because of that reason, I am doing this question. So it means at the end we need to prepare which account? Capital reduction account. Can we read? Point number 1. Preference shareholders to give up their claim inclusive of dividend to the extent of 30% and desire to be paid off. His balance will be paid off, 70% will be paid off. Correct? So what is the amount of preference share capital? Check करेंगे. It is 6 lakh. Correct? Can we do? We are doing question number 9. Books of which company? Books of no name. Journal. Correct? We are doing point number 1. It will be what? 8% preference share capital account debit. How much? 6 lakh. Understood? Correct. To capital reduction, how much? Achha, inclusive of preference dividend. So what we'll do? Hmm? 48,000. What we'll do? We'll debit. How much? 6 lakh into 6 lakh into 8%. 48,000 will be debited. Which account will be debited? Interest के dividend. Preference dividend. अरे बोलना रे. Correct. To capital reduction, how much? 1 lakh 94,000. And to bank, how much? 4 lakh 53 600. Got it? Follow. 1 second, I will read. 1 second, I will read the sentence. Okay. Okay. There is some mistake in this journal entry. Huh? Not correct. Not correct. One thing, if I am writing, it does not mean it is correct. Okay? If I am writing, it does not mean it is correct. Actually, I was writing correctly only. You only stopped me. I was writing correctly only. Then only you only said preference dividend. We started discussing about preference dividend. But the areas of preference dividend is what? Contingent liability. If contingent liability 70%, 30% cancelled and 70% paid, area of preference dividend is what? Contingent liability. 30% cancelled means out of 48,000, 30% cancelled or not? So what journal entry for cancellation of contingent liability? But you have done one journal entry. And 70% paid. So what journal entry you will do? Directly capital reduction account debit to bank. So somewhere we have done mistake na? Correct. So you have written this journal entry. लगाओ काटा और लिखो पाप. You have done one pap. This pap will not be repeated. Should not be repeated. Okay? Okay. In class, if you are doing mistake, it is good only. It is better to do mistake in class, not in exam hall. Now you will not do. You will never do mistake for this. Now because you have done mistake, now I don't think so. You will do mistake in this point. चलेगा? चलो ठीक है. Okay. It's good that we are doing mistake. Good na? So once again we'll, because we understood that we have done some mistake, we'll once again we'll pass the journal entry. So first, in this chapter 1, what I will say now, one suggestion I am giving, you should do the transaction individually. Don't try to compound much. If you try to compound now, you will do some mistake. So there was one preference dividend, inclusive dividend, preference shares, inclusive dividend. So preference share capital is separate, dividend is separate. Think separately. Correct now. So you will never do mistake in that way. 8% preference share capital, how much? 6 lakh. 2 what? Now I am writing 2 CR. चलेगा? अच्छा, in exam can you write on PSC? Huh? Right now what you are writing? PSC. In exam then also you write on PSC only. In class you are writing PSC. In exam also you write PSC only, I know. Correct. So try to avoid writing PSC in class also. I can write because I am chartered accountant now. थोड़ा सा तो preference will be given to me ना. Correct ना? Some concession तो will be given to me ना. But for you no concession ना. अरे बोलना रे. I have done my hard work. अरे बोलना रे. But you need to perform. So whatever I am doing, you don't copy paste. I have said somewhere, don't use much short form. Okay. So I am writing CR. I am taking a permission. CR does not mean capital reserve. It means what? Capital reduction. You write them full. Okay. How much it is? Like a 30%? 1,80,000. To bank how much? 4,20,000. मजा तो आ रहा है. Then in this I am writing point number A, one का point number A, one का point number B, so that you can understand. अच्छा, ठीक है. Now the total amount of preference dividend is how much? 48,000. But we have paid only what? 70%. So capital reduction, account debit to bank, being preference dividend paid to the extent of 70%. So it is coming 48,000 into 70%. How much? 33,600. Got it. There is nothing to hurry, huh? We'll do slowly. Nothing to hurry. We are not in hurry. Let us take the next point. The venture holders agree to give up their claim to interest in consideration. Sorry. The venture holders agree to give up their claim to interest in consideration of their interest being enhanced to 12%. So what they are saying, they will give up their interest in consideration. their rate of interest should be increased from what? From 9% to 12%. So you can see balance in 9% debenture is coming and interest accrued on debenture is coming. So first, so there will be change in the class of debenture and the entire interest amount will be cancelled. So there are two transactions here. Interest will be cancelled and class of debenture need to be changed. Can we do it? Simple only. So we are doing point number 2 ka A. First let us cancel what? Interest. Correct now? So they have given interest accrued on debenture. Madam, interest accrued on debenture account debit. How much? 1,08,000. To what? Capital reduction 1,08,000. And second transaction will be what? 9% will become. So 9% debenture will become what? 12% debenture. Amount remains same only. What is the amount? 6 lakh. Got it? This also done. Next point. Point number 3. Bank agree. Bank agree to give up 50% of interest outstanding in consideration of is being paid off at once. Means if you see the balance sheet, there is one Bank of India and there is one interest accrued on bank overdraft. So of course Bank of India is bank overdraft only and interest accrued on that is 15,000. Correct. Now what they are saying, bank agreed to give up 50% of interest outstanding. Means out of 15,000, how much will be cancelled? 7,500 and balance will be paid in consideration of its being paid at once. Means entire amount, principal plus interest, the balance principal interest will be paid at once. So let us do the entry. I hope you have understood. Correct? So point number 3. So can I say first, so there is Bank of India, account debit how much? 1,50,000 and interest accrued on overdraft how much? 15,000. Out of this how much cancelled? To capital reduction it is 7,500 and balance will be paid immediately. So to bank how much? 1,57,500. Yes sir. Got it? Correct. Next point. What they have given? Creditor would like to grant a discount of 5% if they are paid immediately. So 95% paid, 5% discount. Discount means what? Capital reduction. So can we do? Yes sir. So point number 4. Creditor account debit. What is the total creditor? 69,000. To capital reduction how much? 5% means how much? 345 na. And to bank how much? Hmm? Acha. This is 65,000 550. Okay, got it. Then balance you can do balance of PL account, patent, copyright, data to be written off. Fixed asset to be written down by 34,000. Investment are to reflect at market value. So point number P 5, 6 and 7 we can do compound entry. Can we do? So point number 5. So capital reduction account debit, account debit. How much? Bata. PL account. To PL account how much? It is 4 lakh 8,000. Then patent and copyright how much? It is 80,000. Then debtor how much? Debtor is reduced by only 30,000. Debtor of rupees 30,000. Not all. Read the question carefully. 30,000. Correct. Fixed asset to be written down by providing two property, plant and equipment. Now we don't call fixed asset now. So it is 34,000. And two, what? Investment. Investment will be how much written down? Their market value they are saying how much? It is 55 from 65. So it is 10,000. Can you give me the total? How much? 5 lakh 62,000. Okay, sir. This also done. Okay. Now coming to point number 8. In point number 8 already we have read, but there is one cost of reconstruction also. Cost of reconstruction. So let us do journal entry for that also. What is journal entry for that? Capital reduction account debit to bank. How much? 3,350. 3,350. Got it? Follow. Now only one journal entry is left about reduction of equity share capital. For that we need to prepare which account? You will prepare because they have asked you to separately calculate it. So better will not do in calculator, will do in what? Working note. So leave space for journal entry. Leave some space, means two journal entry space I want. And then prepare working note number 1. Capital reduction account. One by one, can you say me? First, by what? By 8% preference share capital. How much? 1,80,000. Then what? Then to bank. Return to bank. But whenever you writing to bank now, just mention it is payment for what? Return preference dividend. How much? 33,600. Then what? By interest on debenture क्या? By interest on debenture 1,08,000. Then 2 or by capital reduction is created now. So by, can I say interest on bank overdraft? 7,500. Then what? By creditor. By creditor 3,450 to PL. How much? 4,08,000. Then to patent and copyright 80,000. Then to debtor. Then to property, plant and equipment. Property, plant and equipment 34,000. Then to investment. Then last is what? To bank. Right, and for which purpose? Reconstruction expense. How much? 3350. Got it? Now find out the balance of this account. Three lakh. So 3 lakh equity share capital. Hmm. 3 lakh is correct. 3 lakh is correct. By what? Equity share capital. Have you understood? Ah, everyone just try to understand. Now, if you think about equity share capital, what is the number of equity shares given in the balance sheet? 2 lakh. What is the face value given? What is the called up value given? And what is the total paid up capital? 10 lakh. Everyone just try to understand what I am saying. This is before reconstruction. Now, we have understood how much reduction required. How much reduction required? 3 lakh. After this, it will become what? 7 lakh. Where the number of shares will change. Where the number of shares will change. No, number of shares will remain same only. Means one thing is clear, that number of shares will remain 2 lakh only. Correct. Means one thing is clear, that now paid up called up capital will be 3.5. 3.5 means how much reduction? 1.5. Have you understood what I am saying? Now the question is that this is reduction with change in face value or without changing face value. Means till now whatever question we have done till now previously, means whatever question we have done before this question, in all that question equity share capital whenever reduced it was reduction with change in face value. But the question is that whether it is a change in face value. Can you say we should not change face value by our own? Because the question has not informed. So can we say acha 1.5 this will be also reduced? No. So we cannot change the class of shares by our own. We'll change only when specified in the question. Means can I say this become a change in means reduction with without change in face value. Have you understood what I am saying? Means can I say this will remain same and this will be of rupees 10 now become 3.5. Understood? So what journal entry will do? Exactly. Very good. Have you understood why I have taken this question? So this will be equity share capital of rupees what? Of rupees 10 only na? Very good. Account debit 3 lakh to what? Capital reduction 3 lakh. Have you understood this point? This is the first question we are doing reduction without changing face value. Normally in exam they ask reduction with change in face value. Normally. Have you understood? But question is not yet completed. I know you don't know. Always in exam make sure that you are reading each and every point. For the what point we have left? The last. Always read everything. Because normally what happen in the question, either they will give some point in the first para or some point in the last para. And normally we don't read first para and last para. Even is the balance sheet that we don't read only. Required that we don't read only. Read only middle. मजा आ रहा है. Correct ना? देखो देख क्या लिखा हुआ है. Draft journal entry in the books of company assuming that scheme has been put through fully with the equity shareholders bringing in necessary cash to pay off the party and to leave a balance of 30,000 and prepare balance sheet after reconstruction. Have you understood? Means in this question there are many payment. For payment cash is required. What they are saying, equity shareholders will bring necessary cash for payment to party such that the closing balance of bank is how much? 30,000. It means we need to also prepare bank account to find out bank or cash account. Normally bank account for the company. Transaction we don't do in cash. So bank account, we'll prepare bank account to find out what? How much cash will be brought by equity shareholders. Means equity shareholders will contribute cash. Means because it is understood कि now it is partly called up shares. Means some amount will be called from equity shareholders. For that we need to prepare which account? Bank account. That I will prepare, you will prepare and you will give me the amount to be brought by equity shareholders. In this case you can see bank account is also given and bank overdraft account is also given. So will you start with bank or bank account? Bank overdraft account. Bank account, okay? Not bank overdraft. Understood? In this there is a bank overdraft, also bank. I have already said now when there is cash and cash equivalent as well as bank overdraft, then all the receipt and payment will be done through bank account. Means we will start with 2 balance brought down. How much? 10,000. Balance you can do it. I will not do. Wherever you are writing a by capital reduction or to capital reduction, just write down for what purpose you have done payment by just giving a narration for that. Okay, understood what I am saying? From examination point of view, so that the examiner can understand this is payment for what. Got it? Seven lakh. 7 lakh is coming. 7 lakh. 7 lakh is correct. 7 lakh is correct. 7 lakh is correct. Everyone getting 7 lakh? You don't require my help, but can you help me fast? The two side में what is there? अच्छा, balance by side you say me. By what? 8%. How much? Then what? Very good. Preference dividend. How much? Then what? How much? Done together. But I think you should do separately. There are two accounts na? 7,000, 7,500. Okay, sir. Then 65. Then what? How much? Done. The closing balance is also there. Very good. So equity share capital 7 lakh. It means, can I say 7 lakh means what? What is the amount called per share? So 3.5 per share has been called up. So 3.5 was there. Now it become 3.5 plus. So it means now it is 7 rupees called up. Correct? It will be required to prepare balance sheet. Got it? What I am saying? Bola? So now last journal entry will what? Point number bank account debit to equity share capital of rupees 10 each only. 7 lakh, no? 7 lakh. Can we prepare balance sheet? बैलेंस शीट बना ले, नहीं बनाना है? You don't want to prepare balance sheet? Hmm? Hmm. Very good. You become now expert. Balance sheet. The name is not given, but then also mention what? And reduce. So we write down the name by their own. Okay? As at, what is the date? 31st March. Whether you have taken birth 1993. बताओ, you have taken birth after this or before this? After. There is 1993. What is your age? The age is 19 only. Huh? Really? Hmm. Small kids you are. I was also 19 at your age when I was doing C inter. Same na? It's totally. This is the age, the 19 to 25. I always say 1925 you can create or you can destroy yourself. Either you can create your career or you can destroy your career. 1925. Very important age. Very important age. Because after 25 normally it is very difficult to create career. It is also possible after that. But then many responsibility will get. After 25, suppose you are married or whatever, a lot of responsibility you will get. Then it become very difficult to create one second. This is the age you can do whatever you want without any responsibility. So can we do fast? It will not take much time. So point number one, first we write on what? Shareholders. Under this first what we write? Share capital. So preference share capital paid. Equity share capital will be 7 lakh plus 7 lakh now. So 14 lakh. Okay, sir. P reserve and surplus how much? Nil. Very good. You can see debenture will come now. So point number two, non-current liability. In that we write down first long-term borrowing, and under long-term borrowing we write down debentures. So now 9% debenture has become 12% debenture. So you can write down here only 12% debenture. How much? 6 lakh. Correct. Then Bank of India closed, interest closed, creditors are closed. Only these two only. And it will become total how much? 20 lakh. Okay, sir. Then point number two, we write on what? Assets. Under this point number one, what we write down? Non-current asset. Under this point number one, what we write down? Property, plant and equipment. Property plant equipment, I think no changes. Acha, changes is there. 34,000 reduced. So 11 lakh 40 minus 34. How much? 11 lakh 6,000. Okay, sir. Then patent and copyright closed. Then we have investment. Then point number 2, non-current investment. So non-current investment is 55,000 now. Yes, sir. Then coming to current asset. Point number 2, current asset. First we write down what? Inventory. Inventory no change. How much is unchanged amount? 4 lakh. Inventory become 4 lakh. Okay, sir. Then we have what? Trade receivable. So trade receivable how much? Debtor. So 4 lakh 39,000 minus what? So 4 lakh 9,000. Okay, sir. Then last is what? Cash equivalent. That to balance is already given. 30,000. I think balances should tally. How much? 20 lakh. Correct? Now, one thing I think you have understood. So this 40 lakh is now what? 2 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each and 7 paid up. Huh? So if you are preparing what? Notes to account. So you should mention in this way 2 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 is rupees 7 paid up. Okay, today this much only. Chalo, I think बहुत हो गया. I can understand from your face. Accounting should be first class. चलो ठीक है. But have you understood? Have you understood? So one question means test your knowledge to your entire homework. But one question I'll give question 11. Do it by rule. Question 11. If doubt, then only I will take. Otherwise, I think no doubt will come. Question 11 will be your homework. Okay. There are two questions left. Out of that, one question have some different concept. And if that concept I will give right now, you will die. Very simple concept, but some understanding is required. Okay. That concept will do tomorrow. Okay. And one question is for a different type that also I need to do. You can't do it. So apart from these two questions, whatever left, one is question number 8, another is question number 10. 8 and 10 I will do. Balance whatever question is there will be your homework. Means this chapter is also done. Only one concept is left. Okay, correct? So tomorrow most probably we will start new chapter. Okay. Thank you very much for today. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining